Greetings from the over there. I was just in Sky Shrine, as you maybe noticed in my last video, and that was just yesterday. And yeah, I was speaking about showing you another camp. Here in not in this zone, but I'm gonna run to frontier mountains, which is straight south from over there. Yeah, so this is over there. I mean, I guess that 98% of everybody watching this, they know exactly where I am. And to get here, I'm using this worker sledge mallet. Some people call it the over there hammer, or OT hammer. And it's a quest from that guy under the foreman. You have to have faction, good enough faction with him, I think amiable, and you hand in a jade gem, and that's it. Then he gives you this. So this is a melee item. You can see this is the hammer, so you have to equip it. And when you equip it, you either start engaging in melee combat with a mob, but what many people do on this server is that you ask another player if you can so-called hammer off them. Hey, can I hammer off you? Yeah, sure. And then you target that player and you type duel. And then that other player must accept that duel by typing the same. And then you just start auto-attacking melee and wait for the proc. So you have to wait until, you know, again, random number generator. When that procs, you end up right next to that skeleton worker there. Right in there. That skeleton worker is not angry or aggressive or anything like that, compared to these other ones here, you see. But that one, he's all kind, and you know. So then you end up there, and that's a great item to have. I think you have to be level 50, if I remember correctly. You have to be level 50 for this one too. To be able to proc, but you know, Cliff Golem, you don't want to mess with that guy. Okay, we are heading south. I'm gonna make sure now that I change back to my fear staff. Yeah, so for you guys who saw the Sky Shrine video I made, I was fear kiting those wyverns, and I was using this staff of the dreaded gaze. This drops in a zone called Kaesora, which is actually not far away from here. You go straight east here, you come into Wasilk's woods. And then you continue another zone towards east, and you are in Field of Bones. And from there, you can zone into the dungeon Kaesora. And the highest level monster in that zone is called Xalgods. And he is a level 40 Necromancer. He, and he's dropping a lot of other stuff, like he's dropping some dagger, and then he drops also a piece for the Sebelis key. No, wait. I have to look that up because I'm a little bit confused now. Zelgods. He's dropping those fangs. And yeah, it's the key to Karasis. Yeah, it's not Sebelis, it's Karasis. Howling Stones. Which is actually a zone that you zone into here, in over there also. Anyway, he has on his loot table an extremely rare drop. And this is the drop. Staff of the Dreaded Gaze, which is a fear clicky. And this fear is called Invoke Fear. I'm gonna actually check something right away. I don't need to name them for that. So Invoke Fear, I have that spell here. I also have the upgraded spell. So this Invoke Fear, the spell costs 100 mana, and it's a level 34 spell. And then there was an upgrade at level 56. The upgrade called Trepidation. And it cost 200 mana. So you would think that, yeah, on higher monsters, you know, you should use Trepidation. And I did that for a while. And then I tried out the Invoke Fear. Because the Invoke Fear lasts a little bit longer. That's the good thing with the Invoke Fear, that it lasts a little bit longer, so you don't have to reapply Fear that much. But Trepidation has a slightly better chance to land. So I think that I recommend just sort of try out both and see if it's worth the double mana cost. So the Trepidation sort of resist is like minus 25 magic resist, which means that it has a little better chance to land, but it's not much. And I have to say that when I change to Invoke Fear, I save mana and it lands almost as good, and then it lasts a little bit longer also. Okay, we have zoned into Frontier Mountains, and we're gonna head almost straight south. So this is a pretty big zone, and there's a lot of peaky mountains and stuff like that in here. Kind of a nice scenery here. And I will do some of the... You see, there are giants running around here, and some of them see invis, but nothing to be worried about. So we are heading try to head southeast, kind of southeast. So we're gonna do like maybe, yeah, let's see, south, yeah. Yeah, this is what professional streamers do. They change the camera angle. I haven't done much of that. I'm sorry if I play my third person, basic camera view. Okay, we're already here. So we are arriving to the giant fort. Or as it called in Wiki, Mountain Giant Fortress. Okay. By the way, here is a human skeleton that I remember from the Ranger epic. It could be that it's Druid epic also. And yeah, I want to climb up on this mountain here. Oh yeah, and here's some ground spawn. I remember this also, but I can't remember what it's for. Yeah, it could be for another. It's probably another epic or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is the yeah, giant fortress, and you can see some people leveling here. I remember I did that with my ranger. I have a ranger that is level 58, and I think that I was here around my 40s, something like that. There are these Burinays here also. So, yeah. We are now at the fortress, and you can see some of these you can see in this. That guy there, ready to attack. But we'll try to avoid that for now. They are pretty much lower level than me anyway, so. And we are running into this cave that I mentioned this in my Sky Shrine video. So yeah, yesterday I uploaded a video from Sky Shrine. I was camping wyverns together with a little bit lower level warrior, level 48. Okay, we are here. So I'm gonna explain this quickly here. So this is if you don't want to go to the basic high level dungeons, if you want to have an easy, relaxed camp. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. You can come here. So now you know how to get here from the over there. Eldak Howlingbear. Hello, buddy. You can see indifferent, and they will remain indifferent to you, whatever you do with them. Mentrax Mountainbone. This guy here is part of the warrior epic, and I found that out by when I was camping here in my 50, I think 57 or 58. Some warrior came, and I was down here, and somebody made a shout or out of character. Can somebody track Mentrax and see if he's up? And I wrote back, hey, I'm camping him here, and he's in a cave. That guy, I told him the position here, and that guy took these first two, which gives like X and Y, and he couldn't find him still. So it turned out that that guy was standing straight above here, up on the on the surface. I said, you have to come down into the tunnel, and then there's some sort of hand into this guy. I think even if you hail him, he is responding. Yeah. What meat you want? Go away before I eat you for dinner. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what this guy's for. It's probably nothing on this server. Eldak Howlingbear sniffs the air and growls at you like a wild animal. Okay. These guys are savages. I mean, they don't know how to behave. So I'm gonna... You know what? I'm not gonna put up my Spectre. I'm gonna use a little bit lower level because people who come here, they are most likely, because these are level 50, both of them. They're exactly level 50. And good look at this guy. He started dancing after I talked to him. He got so excited talking to a female erudite. So he's like, I love those bugs in the game. They are so ridiculously funny. Spinning around like a madman. Yeah, so people who come here maybe are in the, maybe from 53, 54 and up. And you still get experience here at 60. You see they are conning blue. So I'm going to use Servant of Bones. Doing that also, I don't have to waste any peridots. These peridots, they cost like, I think, around 10 platinum for one peridot. You can buy them at merchants, and some mobs, they drop them once in a while also. To summon the Spectre pet, it costs you one of these peridots every time you summon one, and it costs you also 2 bone chips. But all right, so we're making a monk skeleton pet now, and this is the summon pet you get at level 56. And we will fear kite these guys. I'm not gonna even buff this guy. So let's go for it. And we're using the fear staff here now also. Oh, he's angry. He is really angry. My pet is not that strong. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey. I'm gonna use my... you know what? I'm gonna use my Arch Lich, which is not so aggressive as Demi Lich. And the really cool thing with Arch Lich is that I get a Spectre illusion. Okay, let's do some... some dots. Oh yeah, so another good thing about them not having a faction is that even if this guy would run over to his dancing friend over there, they don't social aggro. So this is an extremely safe camp. It's, of course, it's a bit, I mean, when you are level 58, 59, of course this is a bit overkill, you know, because it's almost ridiculously safe. And all that jazz. Okay, snare drop, but I don't really care. He can run around here because sooner or later Splurt is giving so much damage here, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, just go for it. Yeah, so you can see here I have experienced 24% now. Let's see if I can get a little on the first one. Nope. But I get experience. And the respawn time is 640. So just set your timer, so, you know, such an easy camp. you can see here a message, your spell did not take hold. That's when I'm doing my, that's when I click on these journeyman boots between my spells to reset this, to be able to cast, to be able to recast faster. But I have Spirit of Wolf from a nice shaman I met when I was leaving Sky Shrine. I met a shaman at the zone line to Awakening Lands. And he gave me a Spirit of Wolf. You can see here they hit hard, and now I'm using my, you know, a pet that is maybe not the strongest on the planet. Alright. He's going down. Another thing that I noticed is that in my previous videos from Fellwith, this was my best life tap that I had, Bond of Death. After that I got Vexing Mordinia at level 57, which is it's a much stronger life tap. I think it heals you for around 1200, which is pretty much. It cost more, of course. The Bond of Death was a level 49, but the Vexing Mordinia gives back a lot of health points. Yeah, 1220 to be precise. And it's more mana efficient than Bond of Death also. But of course, to be efficient, you really have to have pretty low HP to make it worth it. But it's a crucial spell to have, especially when you are using your when you're liching, which is what you're doing constantly when you're fighting. I'm gonna drop lich here, and I'm gonna show you one thing. When you mem a spell, dragging it to your spell bar. Look, when I'm dragging Vexing Mordinia there, I click there, it's there, and it's ready to cast. But look at Bond of Death, the lower level life tap. I put it there. Look at this. It's not ready to cast. It takes around, I think, around 10 seconds. There it's ready. So that's a significant difference between these two also. That's something to remember if you're in panic and you don't have any of them memmed for whatever reason, you know, and you need one quickly. Bond of Death will take you 10 seconds before you can cast it. So yeah. Another thing I want to mention about the gear thing. I talked a little bit about my upgrades in the previous video in Sky Shrine. I mentioned some of these, the new gear that I have, and I talked a little bit about the magic resist gear that I have also. I didn't mention this. This Sphinx Heart Amulet. What this is, and you will notice a significant difference when I take this off. Check this out. Now this is the default view for an erudite in the dark. This is dark stuff. And I noticed on my, if you can check out my first videos from north and south fell with. It's really dark in some areas. It's extremely dark, and I even had, you know, I had some trouble when I was filming those videos that, hey, it's so dark, I have to be able to, you know, increase the lightning or increase brightness or something like that. And I thought that, hey, I have done some farming and selling some stuff, and I've been able to, you know, loot some pretty expensive gear and selling them off. And I looked up this spell, Ultravision, and we don't have a spell like that. Necromancers don't have that spell, but there is one item on the whole server that is for necros, and you can, and they are sort of effect. It's not a clicky, so you have to wear it, but the stats are pretty good on it also. So check out the difference here. I mean, that is gorgeous. Oh, Eldak is back up again. So yeah, let's try another thing. Let's try root rotting this guy. So let's throw in what we have. I'm gonna use plague also. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna use envenom bolt. Try to get him down a little bit faster. So I'm doing root, snare, pyrocor, splurt, and envenom bolt. Envenom bolt might break root, but I'm not too. No, it didn't. Yeah. I could also... No, but let's see if this takes him down. It should do. I mean, he's already down to 74, and my splurt isn't even halfway yet. So I don't think that these guys have a strong region. So, at least not compared to the wyverns that I was fighting in Sky Shrine. Yeah, the Venom Bolt. I think the Venom Bolt only have like... What is it? 9 ticks? Let's see. Eight ticks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's definitely going down. I have full health. Then I have to put the Demi-Lich on, which is gonna drag that health down on me pretty quick. Fill up my mana bar. I'm not sure if this is enough. I have to... Yeah, that's not enough. Do you know what? I'm gonna do like this. Yeah, those spells, they weren't enough. This is gonna be enough. Yeah, root rotting here with the necro is something that I don't recommend, but I haven't tried it before, so it was interesting to see what was needed, what is needed for getting these guys down. Without a pet and just root rotting, yeah. Hey, I actually got a difference in my experience percentage number from 24 to 25, yeah. Yeah, and of course now if I would considering seriously doing root rotting here, I would of course not being carrying my fear staff. I would use these two, which gives me more mana. And yeah, these two items drops in Sky Shrine. Not that I had any luck yesterday in my video. That was a disastrous loot session. Let's see. But yeah, Sky Shrine has some nice drops. You can earn some good money there and also get some nice no drop items for yourself. Some nice upgrades there. Yeah, my pet Lasik is wondering, hey, shouldn't I go and fight that thing? Don't you want me to do that? See if he can survive standing there for a while. Oh yeah, he's gonna survive that because the dot is taking down Mentrax anyway. Mentrax, yeah. Yeah, so about this, as you can see here also, if I take this amulet that I spoke about, this Ultravision worn Sphinx Heart amulet, if I take it off, it becomes very dark because we can't see shit. Erudites. And but if I lich, if I take any of my lich, the lich itself, look at this, it has Ultravision in it, so liching will then this amulet will make no difference when it comes to your vision. Of course, you will still have the stats and everything, but it doesn't make any changes here. So, of course, most of the time when you are fighting, you are most likely in a lich state. So you won't see any difference. But for example, I mean, when you play this game, you're not fighting all the time. You might be running around. You might be, you know, looking for a camp or being somewhere. Then it's really handy to be able to see. I mean, check the difference. I mean, it's... yeah. Okay, now you know where you can very easily level at plus 50. Yeah. Frontier Mountains, 2 named giants inside the cave. Yeah, but it's I can't remember who. Yeah, I think I did. I remember I looked up some high level when I was around 56 or 57. I asked some necromancer, like, hey, do you have any recommendations of places to go to for a very easy chill out, relaxing camp? And this was the advice. Oops. Yeah. Giant fort. Mm. What time is it in game? It looks, yeah, it's getting dark out. It's 11 p.m. It's a nice view here. It's a very nice zone actually. The giant fortress in front of mountains. Hey, I hope some of you guys will see this as a new camp for you if you are 50 plus and want to go for an easy camp. So yeah, kind of a short video, and again, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and until next time, take care, cheers.